Well, I've had some questions about Title IX that I'd love to have cleared up.
Thank you for taking the time to answer some questions.
Oh, my pleasure.
I feel like the introduction will be the most awkward part of this because we're already seated.
Right.
Yeah. So Jenny, how are you?
Good. It's good to see you.
It's really nice to see you.
Nice.
This is a great opportunity to give me a brief description what Title IX is, if you can refresh my memory.
At the very basic and core of what it is, it says that, whether you are a graduate student, undergraduate student, you're a faculty, no one should be denied access to their educational experience and journey based upon sex or gender.
Why is it important to report sex-based discrimination?
I think back to many decades ago when I was a junior in university. I had a friend who told me that she had been raped. We didn't know the resources that were available for her. We didn't know what to do. At George Fox, sex-based discrimination is antithetical to what our values are. So we want to be able to confront that wherever it exists in our culture.
On our campus, for students, who are the resources who are not mandatory reporters?
The mandatory reporter, the phrase, is actually more of a state legal kind of term. At Fox, it's a little bit different. We have something called responsible employees. Pretty much anyone that is employed by Fox is required by institutional policy to pass that information on.
If they hear a story or an incident regarding some type of sexual assault, sexual misconduct, they are actually required to report that to the Title IX team.
Okay.
There's only 2 places on campus where they don't have to, where there's complete confidentiality, and that is in our campus pastor's office and our university counseling center.
Okay.
Let's say I was at a party and there was drinking and I was drinking, but something happened to myself or a friend that is worthy of being reported. Like, I can do that without fear necessarily?
Without fear
Okay.
of having to go through our judicial accountability process for the drinking piece.
Okay, yeah.
Quite oftentimes there's kind of this idea of victim blaming that happens. We're trying to remove those barriers.
What exactly is a no contact order?
Yeah. So broadly, no contact order probably has different parameters, but basically saying that there is to be no communication or physical presence, right? So
Okay.
times where there might be in the same places together. At the end of the day, we do still have a responsibility to both students, or sometimes it's not students. Either way, we're still responsible for both parties. It's to the best of our ability. How can we support students?
What if the student is not happy with the policies of Title IX or the support that she or he received after reporting the incident?
After a hearing and an investigation happens, both parties actually have a 5-day window where they can appeal whatever the finding is.
The reporting party always has control all the way along. They can say, you know what, I don't want this to go any further, or I want to put brakes on this, unless there seems to be a threat to the community. The bottom line is that the reporting party always has control with how far it goes.
Honestly, we encourage them to come talk to one of the Title IX coordinators. Names and email addresses are available at the George Fox website. What we want is we want to be able to hear how are folks experiencing things.
How can students get involved in preventing sex-based discrimination here on campus?
We know that this is a community-based effort. We'll have different events put out, so show up, come sign up. However, if you don't see something happening and you wish there was something more, come talk to one of us. We want to walk with you, we want to empower you. Listen to the stories, being someone who can use your voice to elevate their voice, right? To say hey, I don't think we've heard enough of what this person is saying. Did people catch it? Can you say it again, please? Would you mind repeating what you just said? I think that was profound. Our posture, the kind of language that we use, these can all be markers to help someone know that, hey, this is a safe space. I am here for you. Whatever you may need from me, I'm gonna work to try to provide that. I think students are more powerful than you may know yourself to be. Don't feel like you need that kind of rubber stamp right before you have a conversation. You can start that conversation anywhere.